I came as soon as I heard Proxy. I knew what Hermaeus Mora predicted, but I never truly imagined invaders in Apocrypha. Fate's threads still lead to 2 other locations. Choose another portal, Proxy.
Laramel the Wise? You know this mortal too? Then understand that agents of Vermina invaded my master's realm.
Ah, one of Hermaeus Mora's examiners of contradictions. Reality is in jeopardy, Watchling. We can use every ally we can get. Come, Proxy. Fate dictates that I join you at this location. The threads of fate draw both of us to this place, Proxy. Tel Rendys, once the home of a powerful Telvanni magister named Meln the Mouthless, but now abandoned. From what I could ascertain, no one knows what happened to the wizard of this tower. That has yet to be determined. One of the strands of fate revealed to me converges at this location. More than that, Hermaeus Mora expects us to learn for ourselves. Of the 3 sites, this one requires that I be on hand to assist you. I never said it was more important, just that fate requires both of us here. More than that, we shall need to determine. I do sense a lingering presence, a connection to Apocrypha. Help me investigate this place and Hermaeus Mora will reward you. I wish to survey the tower and its grounds. The threads of fate hang over this place like cobwebs of possibility and consequence. Let us explore the center of the compound and see where those threads take us. The Telvanni are one of the great Dunmer houses. They focus on magic and the arcane arts, and they consider power, ruthlessness, and ambition to be paramount. We must be careful in our dealings with them, for they are nothing if not dangerous. Yes, but I could not learn much. Just that he owns this tower, but has not been seen in some time. The place is considered abandoned. He was a Telvanni Magister, the highest rank in the house, second only to the Archmagister. Telvanni Masters and Magisters avoid undue socializing, fearing threats from all directions. So they appoint agents to represent them, mouths. Meln eschewed the practice, hence they called him Mouthless. I expect his tower to be a fortress.
Master Shellreny, the tower's defenses continue to oppose us.
Meln was thorough, I'll give him that. Any word from the tower?
No progress yet. I'll keep you informed.
See that you do, Captain. You there, come forward. You aren't with the Dusksabers.
A Telvanni Master. Speak with her, Proxy.
I expected to have Tel Rendys all to myself today. And you're certainly not one of Captain Xenphis' vampire mercenaries. So, who are you, and why have you come to this tower? Abandoned, yes, but not without its defenses. Tel Rendys is a dangerous place, Fla. I advise you not to interfere with the Dusksabers. And it seems Meln the Mouthless left Tel Rendys well protected, as my mercenaries can testify. Oh, the Telvanni Magister who owned this place. He's been missing for decades. The old fool possessed a book that I very much want to add to my library. Scavenge if you will, as long as you understand the book is mine. Now, why are you really here? A capable adventurer might be just what I need. The wards of Tel Rendys are intended to keep out other Telvanni wizards, myself included. And since my dusk sabers are stymied, I have a proposition for you. Find a way into the tower and breach Meln's defenses so I can recover the book I seek. You can then attend to your business with the gratitude of a Telvanni master. So what do you say? Do we have an agreement? I suggest you begin with the old Tel Rendys Hall to the southwest of this camp. Captain Zenfis reports that his dusk sabers are having a difficult time there. If you can succeed where they have so far failed, I will make it worth your while. My business is my own, but if you must know, I recently purchased a shuttered malachite mine there and put it back into operation. I'm not surprised you found some of my correspondence. I regularly exchange letters with the overseer I hired. I instructed my work crew to set up an arcane experiment. Nothing dangerous. If the overseer I hired employed Daedric cultists, it was without my knowledge or consent, and I rarely order my hirelings to commit violence, let alone kill anyone. Are you a spy for one of my rivals? Or perhaps you're really working for one of those tiresome temple ordinators? Regardless, I don't need to explain myself to you. Now either assist me with gaining entry to Tel Rendys, or leave this place at once. I collect arcane relics, Fla. It's something of an obsession of mine. I send the Dusk Sabers to recover a great many things. A glyphic, you say? I'd have to check my ledger. There are so many items on my list. Are you sure it was the Dusk Sabers? In my experience, it's hard to tell one vampire from another. It's why I insist that Captain Zenfis wear a name tag. I never tell the Dusk Sabers how to do a job I hire them for. Mercenaries, what can you do? An appeal to my vanity. How charming and clever. We Telvanni think highly of ourselves and enjoy sharing. I'm an accomplished mage, as you might guess, and I have more than earned the right to wear a master's hood. In fact, I should be a magister. The next rank up in the house, which will allow me to challenge the Archmagister. I expect to be awarded the rank soon enough. Now, don't you have a tower to break into?
That Telvanni bears watching. But the tower remains the crux of our investigation here. Let us find a way in. Master Shellreny has more to do with all this than she lets on. But I sense that our goal here is within the tower. Let us head to the old hall and see if we can access the tower from there. Indeed. Whether that book is tied to the threads that brought us here or not has yet to be determined. Let us make our way to the tower and see what fate shall reveal to us. A magical ward seals that door. What happened here, mercenary?
What happened here? The ward killed my comrade. Not easy to do to a Dusksaber.
Question the mercenary. We must find our way past this obstacle. She may also reveal more of her employer's true intentions if she is willing to talk to you.
I thought we had little to fear from old tricks and traps, but look what happened to my comrade. Dead as the last swit who stepped out of line across the Dusksabers. Speaking of, who are you and what are you doing here? Nalia tried to push through the ward on that door. The note over there suggests that something in this room disarms the trap. Clearly, she guessed wrong. I think this strange lens is part of the puzzle. We found it by the note. Here, you take it. We obviously weren't able to figure it out. I'll be damned if I try to use it again. If Shellreny sent you, by all means, be my guest. I'm just going to stand back here.
Lenses such as that can reveal hidden things. Look through it, Proxy. Look for anything glowing. That should be the switch to dispel the ward.
The ward is gone. Master Shellreny must be informed at once.
This is our opportunity. Lead the way, Proxy. This portal should take us to the tower. Since the vampire mercenary excused herself, we have the perfect opportunity to follow the thread of fate before Master Shellreny arrives. We should find a way into the tower through that door. Lead the way, Proxy. We have reached the lower level of the tower. There should be more portals to take us higher, Proxy.
You dare enter the Tower of Meln, Magister of the Tel Rendys? Turn back or be destroyed!
A spirit. Ignore it and keep going, Proxy.
You aid that thief and liar, Shellreny Barrow! Provoke me at your own risk, intruder!
Interesting. The spirit seems aware of Master Shellreny's attempt to access the tower.
As if murdering me wasn't insult enough! Now she sends you to steal my book?
Is this spirit actually Meln the Mouthless? Perhaps he is the thread that led us here.
Prepare to face the fury of Meln the Mouthless, Magister of the Tel Rendys!
Or we could have a nice chat and discuss this like civilized people.
A reasonable request. Speak to the spirit, Proxy.
If there's one thing I learned in death, it's how foolish the living can be. I know all that passes in my home, intruder. I heard your bargain with that so-called Master Shellreny Barrow. You have given my murderer access to my tower. Why does a Tel Rendys do anything? Ambition, power, greed. 20 years ago, I stood in Shellreny's path. An obstacle to the higher rank she craved. She requested a meeting. Instead of negotiating, she killed me and tried to steal my prized possession. Oh, just all the contingencies I had in place. With my last breath, I banished her from the tower and set all the wards and defenses. They held perfectly well, until you mucked everything up. She'll have no trouble stealing my black book now. The Tormenting Eye, a tome of forbidden secrets. I see Hermaeus Mora's mark on you and your companion. If you don't know about the black books, she can tell you more. Shellreny Barrow is careless in her pursuit of power. She must not possess my book. Two things protect my book. The spell of illegibility I cast upon it, and the fact that without my aid, it will take her time to break the spell on her own. Still, I'd rather she never get her hands on it. Stop her, and I'll find a way to reward you.
The thread becomes clear. Hermaeus Mora sent us to recover the Black Book.
The Black Book is mine. And with this soul gem, I also have this miserable spirit. Meln comes with me.
And I thought this day couldn't get any worse?
I knew a Telvanni master would be formidable. Come, Proxy. We have plans to make. The threads of fate here are tied to three things. Master Shellreny, Meln the Mouthless, and the Black Book. That was the connection to Apocrypha I sensed here. Black Books are creations of Hermaeus Mora and his realm. Black Books are relics of Apocrypha. Each holds a different secret. Most are kept in the vast libraries of Hermaeus Mora's realm, but he sometimes gifts one to a mortal. In addition to forbidden knowledge, each serves as a portal to Apocrypha. That is a secret the one who knows has not yet shared with me. I can count the number of black books I know about on one hand, and each is unique. Only one copy of each book exists. This is the first I have heard of one titled The Tormenting Eye. We must free Meln the Mouthless from Master Shellreny's grasp, and retrieve the Black Book. But to do that, we need more information. Look around, Proxy. If Meln was indeed murdered here, there might be proof of Shellreny's villainy. That letter from Master Shellreny's mouth. That meeting must have been when Meln was murdered. A letter and the murdered Magister. I know what we must do, Proxy. Meln the Mouthless let down his guard and paid the ultimate price. His body has remained here forgotten and undisturbed for decades because he preferred solitude above all else. Now Master Shellreny has both Meln's spirit and his Black Book. To recover Meln and his Black Book, you must find Master Shellreny. And the letter you discovered explains how to do that. Go to the Assembly of Masters at Old Isra and question Shellreny's mouth, Vabdru. He shall know how to reach her. No, here our paths diverge. I leave Mouth Vabdru and Meln in your hands. While you pursue the spirit, I shall research the Black Book and contemplate the other threads of fate. I must determine how this factors into the threat against Apocrypha. Master Shellreny has trapped Meln's spirit in a soul gem. You must retrieve that gem or destroy it. Go to Old Isra and find Shellreny's aide, Mouth Vabdru. He must have an office in the tower called Telvara. The Telvanni Assembly of Masters meets there. Well, their representatives do. The Masters themselves rarely bother to make an appearance. That is what they have mouths for. You want to go to Telvara. The mouths work out of that tower in Old Isra. The Masters leave day-to-day concerns to their mouths. Their own arcane studies are far more important to them, and they try to avoid direct interaction with their rivals whenever possible. The fate that befell Meln is not an uncommon one. This portal leads outside. You must travel to Old Isra from there. Defenses around Tel Hulin play havoc with portal magic.
Wait, hold on. Headed to Old Isra. Oh good, you stopped. No time for details. People eager to see me dead will come over that hill at any moment. So, want to earn some easy gold. Tel Hulin, the tower at Old Isra's east end. Inside there's a green mushroom. By that mushroom there's a dark elf. She'll probably insult you. She's my contact. Deliver this letter, then walk away with a pocket full of gold. Better you don't know. But, fine. There's a spy among the Assembly of Masters. My contact's here to end the threat. Look, can you take this letter to her? Don't open it, don't look at it, don't talk about it. Hand it over and you're done. Deal? Remember, a dark elf by a green mushroom in Tel Hulin. Tell her, both light and shadow can be deadly. She'll reply, though only one chases the other. Then hand over the letter and she'll give you gold. Now, go while I lead my pursuers away. People working for the spy. That's my assumption at least. When a dagger flew past my head, I took off. Look, you don't want to know any more about this. You don't need details to deliver a letter, and the more you know, the greater the danger. Get to Tel Hulin. I'll draw off my pursuers.
I can't believe the Necropolis turned us away!
and boil at her feet. This mountain won't bend in defeat. Volcano spirit.
What's your excuse this time, Hawkrod? Spit it out before I have you in shackles.
Spellright Moran, mercy. A hireling told me a portal has been opened to Apocrypha. I thought you'd want to know.
Find that tome, or I will personally see to it that you are shoved through that portal and never allowed to return again.
A portal between Mundus and Apocrypha. That's a terrifying thought. Perhaps slightly less terrifying than the thought of being shoved through it by Spellright Moran.
I tracked mud all over the floor Norris was cleaning. If he finds out it was me, he'll make sure I wake up in the Kaguti nests.
My master wants you to convey this message to Master Shellreny. The Assembly will not tolerate threats or coercion.
These rumors disturb the other masters. Shellreny must moderate her ambition before the Assembly takes action.
I will relay your concerns to Master Shellreny. Forget what you heard, stranger. Master Shellreny cares not what the other masters think of her, or how difficult she makes things for me. So, what brings you to Telvara, the Tower of the Telvanni Mouths? Master Shellreny never comes to Aldisra. Telvanni masters rarely do. I expect she is at her tower Tel Baro, but I would be a poor mouth indeed if I let you pester her at home without asking what business you have with her. Master Shellreny doesn't discuss her work with me. Very well. Take the Tel Baro insignia from my office. You'll need it to unlock the wards. Otherwise, you'll never get through the cavern to reach the tower. She takes security quite seriously. My office is through the north door and the insignia is behind my desk. Use it to unlock the wards in the cavern, or you'll never reach the tower. Tel Baro is hard to find. Look for the cavern of the tower east of Old Isra. The tower is inside. We tend to the affairs of the Assembly on behalf of the masters we represent. Master Shellreny is far too important to waste her time in matters of house business. All the masters are. So we mouths make sure routine matters never trouble them.
Spellwright Moran, should we be concerned about the trouble in Necrom? They say the necropolis is closed.
All this walking is supposed to be good for me. Possibly see how.
Tel Rendys mage in the Daedra. Face
Meln is in my power, Torvasad. He'll unlock the Black Book soon enough.
He better, Shellreny. We need the right hidden within the tormenting eye, or else all is for naught.
Tell the princes, I'll uphold my end of the bargain. I expect them to uphold theirs. I have no time for obstinate ghosts. You will give me access to the Black Book when I return, or else.
Over here! Quickly, before Shellreny comes back!
I see you were able to follow the clues I left in my tower. But you took your sweet time. I can't defy Shellreny much longer. If we're going to get out of here and keep me from complying with that lying murderer, you must do exactly as I say. My spirit is bound to the soul gem Shellreny used to capture me. Disentangling the connection will require more time and expertise than you have. So simply take the gem and leave. Without me, she may never be able to unlock my Black Book. Shellreny took the Black Book with her, but without my help, she'll have to unriddle it page by page. The labor of days or weeks, not hours. If she can even accomplish it, she's too fond of the easy path to power. It will be her undoing someday. She doesn't need it at all. She's in league with a Dremora, Torvasad, and a pair of Daedric princes. There's apparently a rite contained within the book they want her to cast. In return, they'll give her what she wants. Control of House Telvanni. Can you hear me? With the gem in your possession, I can come and go as I please. Now use that portal and let's go. This will do nicely. Let's discuss our arrangement, my chariot of flesh and bone. Being dead and incorporeal isn't how I plan to spend eternity. But being with you is 1,000 times better than remaining in Shellreny's clutches. And we delayed her plans for my Black Book. Now, tell me about your dealings with Hermaeus Mora. So, end of the world stuff. Well, that's something interesting at least. Obviously, you're going to need the help of a Telvanni Magister. Luckily, you have me. Let me conjure up a small reward from my old vault. A stipend for services rendered. Now, mind you keep my gem on you at all times. I can't help you save the world or advise you on matters of import if I'm not on your person. Unless I manifest, only you can hear me. Oh, and I can lend you certain abilities, such as my ghost sight. It's an improvement on the ocular lens you used in my tower. I created a spell to produce the same effect, without any need of a crude focus. Turns out, it works even better now that I'm dead. My black book, The Tormenting Eye, contains many secrets. Ghost Sight was one of them. With it, I can expand your senses, allow you to see the hidden, the imperceivable, the unseen. I have no doubt it will prove important in the tasks ahead of us. Remember, I was a Telvanni Magister, still am as a matter of fact. One of the most powerful mages in the peninsula. And I've dealt with Hermaeus Mora before, and Shellreny. Don't you think my counsel will be worth listening to? Well, it is. Once, long ago, I was her mentor. But I recognized a darkness in her. And not the usual Telvanni traits. She was reckless, dangerous. I refused to sponsor her advancement beyond the rank of Master, and she coveted my black book. So, she killed me. Tossed in your pack? I expect you to find a nice silk pouch for my gem at the first opportunity. Now, let's be off.
This thread led us to a powerful ally, the spirit of a Telvanni Magister. And we learned that a Telvanni Master aids our enemies, and plans to use one of Hermaeus Mora's own black books against him. The plot against Apocrypha becomes clearer, Proxy.